the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
The slot man in motion right. On third down, Mariota. He finds his man complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shout over across all that ground.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. It was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action, Mariota. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play fake, Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And they're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Over the middle, caught by London.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The Lions had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Try! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Mariota. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Play action now. Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Mariota now from the 50. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First down, Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31, Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting in the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You can cover him with a linebacker, a corner,
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
16 more on that one and another first down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. That pass caught. It's Williams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. You'll learn to rock.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Running the counter, Patterson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 50 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll throw again. Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reyes. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Wide open receiver, complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's 2nd and 8. He completes it to Hunt. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends.
Here we go, here we go. Shot, 17. Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got this complete to Williams. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's the option play now to the left. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to... And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On play action, Mariota. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Hunt will try going up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clipped him off in your head.
Williams loses the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy.
because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them